Well, the race for the Premiership gathers pace here this afternoon. Two contenders, Melbourne Victory and Wellington Phoenix, going head-to-head. But it's also a day of celebration and tribute as Archie Thompson is set to become just the second A-League player to notch up 200 games for the same club. He's been a constant in Victory's unfolding story, banging in the goals, playing with a smile, and today is at least in part his day. And Wellington will have to break with history and record their first ever win against Victory in Melbourne to spoil his big occasion. It is the most perfect day in Melbourne. Clear skies and temperatures of 20 degrees. The pitch looks in perfect condition. We're set for what could be a great occasion. And with Victory having seen Perth and Adelaide both drop points this weekend, can they take full advantage and return to the top of the table tonight for the first time since round 4? Well, the Wellington Phoenix, the lambs to the slaughter perhaps this afternoon. It was 6 years ago yesterday that Melbourne Victory won their last grand final, a day when Archie Thompson put his name into A-League folklore by netting on 5 occasions. Today, Victory can return to the top of the league. Thompson is set for his 200th game, and Victory can serve notice. They're ready to break that long trophy drought. Fittingly, it's a team led by Ernie Merrick, who signed Archie Thompson in the first place, who stands in their way. Wellington Phoenix have never beaten the Victory in Melbourne, but they certainly possess the strike power to do so. They are, however, on a 4-game winless streak. The Asian Cup break has done them no favours, and they need to arrest that slide pretty quickly, with Sydney FC now having overtaken them in 4th spot. All about Archie in the stands as well. It's his image on the mural as the Victory faithful go through their normal pre-game ritual. Almost a tear in the eye there, I think, of Archie Thompson. That's what the A-League was set up to create. Legends, and Archie is certainly one around these parts. Kevin Muscat's team, of course, had to cool their heels last week due to the postponement of their game in Brisbane, but it's not done them too much damage, with teams around them dropping points. The fate of the Premiership is now very much in their hands. So away we go, the final match of round 19 of the Hyundai A-League. Is this the day Melbourne Victory make their move on the top of the table? Everything in their favour and everything in their hands, Andy Harper.
It is, and what a fantastic afternoon we got to round up the A-League for the weekend. It's been a good round as well, and I think this has the potential to be the game of the weekend, and that's saying something after certainly the Sydney derby last week.
This is the 4th corner they've conceded. Deeper again by Bonaventure. This time it is won by Nick's player. That man Boxall again, but straight at Co. The quick release, and here they come on the counter, the Victory, with Fahid Ben Kalfalar, skips past Riera, Kalfalar squares it up, Barbarouses! And somehow Alex Rodriguez managed to get back and throw his body in the way. What a blistering counter-attack, though, from Melbourne Victory.
Well, it was amazing, really. One Spaniard saved another. I mean, Riera has been a wonderful pickup, but he does a very good impersonation of a speed bump there. And negotiated so easily was Kalfala, the option to set up Barbarouses. We've seen that a couple of times this season already. Remember back to the Big Blue at the football stadium earlier in the season.
Finkler's corner, gets it back off Galloway, fires it in low, and Milligan, oh, it's a penalty! Mark Milligan with the effort. Jared Gillett had a think about it. There was contact by Ben Sigmund, who gets a yellow card. Milligan remains prone on the turf. He's going to have to get back up because he may be the man to take this.
The refs got this one right with a eagle-eye piece of officiating. Replay will tell all. Ball in for Milligan. Yeah, it's a free kick. And it's a penalty as a result. He's late, he's desperate, but he's late and it's a foul, and it's a correct decision.
Well, Milligan is 9 from 9 from the spot in the A-League, but he's still nursing his wound, so it's Bessart Berisha against Moss, and Berisha clips the post, and Wellington survive. Wow. Well, Bessart Berisha doesn't normally miss opportunities like that, but he has with that one. And the Phoenix have dodged a bullet.
Well, it's got big story written all over this afternoon, doesn't it? And that is as rare as hen's teeth. Moss guessed the right way. I still think he was beaten. Ball wasn't on target though.
Muscat got very tight on him. He's tight everywhere. Milligan finds a way through. No flag. Barbarossa sits it first time. Berisha didn't read it. Finkler clips the top of the crossbar. Victory denied again. They were queuing up.
Well, a rare sight this, because Barbarossa and Berisha got their timing all wrong. And Costa's hit this one. Boxall playing onside. Bessart's not looking, and it caught him completely by surprise. And normally the anticipation from both, and from the other side from Calfella, is right on, but not on that occasion. And Finkler looked to tidy up with that very nice clip to the far post. Indeed, it clipped the crossbar and went to safety for Wellington Phoenix.
Well, they struck the post from the penalty. Now they've hit the crossbar. And here's Galloway. Low cross in towards Berisha. They look for a penalty again. Now they have the goal. And would you believe it? It's Scott Galloway with his first ever goal in the Hyundai A-League to finally break the deadlock. We didn't know for which team, but what we did know was that a goal was coming in this game, and it's Victory who provided it from an unlikely source.
Well, it certainly was coming, if not from Galloway, who looked a little bit lost once he got the ball into the back of the net. Glenn Moss, his view to the ball just blocked slightly by Benny Sigmund. And that's the reward for a young career of a young player on the move.
First goal in 41 games for Scott Galloway. He celebrates the signing of a new 2-year contract just last week. Galloway has his pocket picked by the excellent Nathan Burns. Look at that. That is tremendous work in what was a really tight situation. Then Krishna is barged over by Guerrier, but that was all created by the deft footwork and awareness of Nathan Burns. A joy to watch.
Yep, the balance is fabulous. The touch is great, just slides past players. Take a half glance in another direction and Burns is gone.
Plenty of talk of Nathan Burns leaving, perhaps to China in January. It hasn't eventuated as yet. The longer we're able to enjoy him in the A-League, the better. His skills have created a chance here for the Knicks. Free kick situation. It's going to be Bonavazia! How about that? Terrific goal from the set piece. Rolly Bonavazia, 1-1.
Well, talk about welcome additions to the Hyundai A-League. Bonavacia is certainly that. It's a wonderful free kick from quite some distance. That's the first point. I got a question on how Nathan Coe's footwork in the first instance, and then does he use the right arm? He's supposed to be, is he not reaching across with his left arm there to get more leverage? Anyway, leave that for the goalkeeping experts. Let's enjoy the flight and finish of that free kick from Bonavacia.
Victory quickly back on with things. This is Galloway. Celebrated his first A-League goal in the first half. Squared up for Valeri. Broxham. Reaches Guerrier. Barbarouses takes over. Good football this by Melbourne Victory. Valeri, top of the box. Barbarouses! Lovely goal by Melbourne Victory. And Costa Barbarouses scores for the 4th game in a row. This one against his old club.
Well, it's all smiles for the White V, but it's the Kiwi who does the damage, linking up with the Socceroo, the former Socceroo. Can I call him that, Carl Valeri? The inch-perfect pass from the Canberran. And Costa Barbarouses just dinks the ball to the far post with the outside of that beautiful right foot. Super goal.
Well, in some ways, a little bit reminiscent of the goal he scored against Sydney FC in that 3-3 draw. Just steered it with the outside of the boots. Everybody on the Victory bench enjoyed that one. Not more so than Costa Barbarouses. And Victory lead for the 2nd time in the game.
Maybe the concentration just dropping ever so slightly. Wellington Phoenix very happy to accept the invitation to get themselves back into the game.
Is it time for Archie, Andy?
Well, it's time for someone.
That'd liven the place up.
JP's gone up to the warming up substitutes.
Burns slaloming his way through. He got a heavy nudge from his Australian Asian Cup teammate Mark Milligan. There is Archie warming up.
Well, there goes the assistant coach JP DeMarini to holler for someone. Burns again, surrounded by 3, but the anticipation on all 3 defenders there. They all had to be on their game.
Rolly Bonavacia has delighted us with 1 free kick already today. I don't think anybody's going to take the ball off him for this one either. Again, it's Nathan Burns who's won this set-piece opportunity for the Phoenix. Almost at the midway point of the 2nd half. Bonavacia delivers this time. There's the equaliser, Michael Boxall. A quick glance to check he was onside. He was. And we're back square again.
Well, let the inquiries begin again on the Victory defence from set pieces. They've looked dangerous all day. Boxall in particular has had 1 great chance. He's offside, Simon, is he? No, there's someone. No, he's not.
There's a man central who's playing him on, who is Carl
Valeri doing his job, Carl. That's not to pin him. But as soon as this ball was hit by Bonavacia and in flight, it was only ever going to be Broxham. The question, does Nathan Coe come for that? It's a fair way out. And the defenders have to do better, quite simply, or they have to at least be there. It's a free header from a couple of yards out.
It remains Melbourne Victory's Achilles heel, the 7th goal they've conceded in the air this season. What's their response? Good claim by Moss.
Calls and sent out for the great man.
Yeah, you just heard the little ripple of excitement around the stands. Archie's been sent for. For all the hoopla surrounding his 200th game, perhaps they need an injection of the excitement he brings. Well, they just love him here. 84 goals in the Hyundai A-League. That famous number 10. And the whole stadium will rise as one when he enters the field of play in a moment or two. Meantime, bit of defending again for Victory to do. This is Joel Griffiths. Bonavazia. McGlinchey. Good rotation again. Nathan Burns. Angle is narrow. Well, they do not look convincing at all. Melbourne Victory in their own defensive third. If they're not careful, this game could get away from them.
Certainly the case. Wellington Phoenix, not for the first time, Simon, just a player short in the penalty area once the incursion has been made, once the penetrating pass or dribble has taken place. Victory yet to rebalance in the lead up to and then since that equalising goal.
Griffiths rolls it into the path of Burns, who will try and attack Nick Ansell, and he's around him, Nathan Burns. Then stops. This is really good play by Burns. Still he goes on. Well, he's mesmeric at times.
Well, he is, but again, you see the way he looked up then. I've done as well as I can. I just need one recipient in the box for me to put the ball on.
Here's the moment. It's Archie time. Appearance number 200. And the stadium will rise as one to acclaim their hero as he replaces Guy Finkler. Well, hard not to get caught up in all the emotion surrounding his 200th game, but he's got a job to do for his team here, as much as anything else. Still afford to crack a smile. Why wouldn't he? He's been the focus of attention all week. Taken down on the thigh of Griffiths. Good delivery. Burns! Oh, great save, Nathan Coe. Pure reflex by the Victory custodian. Keeps us all square.
Well, two from the set piece conceded by the Victory, and this from open play looked like for all money Burns was going to get his goal. Tremendous work, Nathan Coe. Great shot, Nathan Burns.
Well, Kevin Muscat's, I'm sure, is wondering just what's happened to his team, because they flew out of the blocks at the start of the second half. Took the lead, looked for all money as though they would go on to win the game and go to the top of the ladder. And with 15 or 16 minutes to go, though, Andy, it's back in the melting pot. Nobody knows. And they've fallen in a bit of a hole, Melbourne Victory. Calfella. Blocked by Muscats. McGlinchey will bring it forward. Joel Griffiths to give chase, and he'll get there ahead of the fullback Galloway. Cuts it back towards McGlinchey, but Valeri was there.
He's done well today, Carl Valeri. Better than well. I think he's been great. Joel Griffiths pinning the ears back, cutting the ball back, and just as it was about to reach McGlinchey, in step Carl Valeri. Danger averted for the time being for Melbourne Victory.
Oh, now Barbarouses was caught there, accidentally, I think, by Muscats. He's in some pain on the deck. Play continues. Bonavazia. Muscat says, well, I'll have a run forward, because Barbarouses is not going to check back and track my run. McGlinchey, Griffiths, Rodriguez, Muscat lets it go. Why wouldn't he? Here's Burns. Blasts it, and they appeal for hands against Broxham. Shake of the head from Jared Gillett.
Worth a look, that one. Worth a second look.
Barbarosa's perhaps still feeling the after effects of that challenge by Muscat. Not quite on his game at the moment. Bonavacia. Burns coming back from an offside position. Wellington looking the more likely at the moment. Rodriguez. McGlinchey. Griffiths. Boxall pushing forward from right fullback. Griffiths uses him now. Fires it across. Burns is there, but his touch took it away from goal rather than towards it. And now Thompson to lead the counter. Great ball, Archie Thompson. Berisha runs onto it. Top of the box. Good tackle by Durante.
Great tackle. He's been fabulous too, Durante. What a season for the veteran.
Now Boxall is onside here. Michael Boxall squares it up. Burns! And they lead Wellington Phoenix. No flag on Michael Boxall. Nathan Burns with a tap in. His first goal in 6 A-League matches, so he was due. And the Phoenix, after trailing twice in this game, now lead with 13 minutes to go. Stunning, and they are stunned.
Well, Nick Ansell, I don't know what Nick Ansell was doing there, but he's made no play at the ball. Boxall, having scored one, now sets one up. And Nathan Burns just had to get on the score sheet at some point today. He's been sensational. And what a comeback from Wellington. And Amy Park is deathly quiet.
Well, you'd say he's probably deserved that goal. I think he's damaged his hand, perhaps dislocated a finger as he clattered into the post there. As Victory desperately tried to regain their lost ground.
Well, you just think, Simon, the tackle by Durante on Berisha. Durante gets that wrong, Berisha scores or gets a shot on target or a penalty or something. Great stuff, Durante. And then upfield, before Victory knew what had happened, Boxall was away. And it has summed up the game today. It has swung from one end to the other, completely, frequently, speedily.
Crazy game. And there it is, another quite remarkable Hyundai A-League fixture. And Melbourne Victory left to rue the one that got away. They are stunned at home, beaten on their own patch for just the second time this season. And a big opportunity missed for them to overhaul Perth Glory in top spots. Wellington with their first win in 5, but more importantly, their first ever win in Melbourne against the Victory. A big statement made by Ernie Merrick's team as the party for Archie Thompson falls a little flat. There are now 5 of us in the race for this premiership, say Ernie Merrick's team. Melbourne Victory 2, Wellington Phoenix 3, it finished.